The more I do this divorce documentary, I think that women are evil when it comes to divorce.
For 10 years, I got married young. I was 21, barely, like 3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning.
My name's Lauren. I'm a weight loss influencer and I lost 87 pounds and also happened to get divorced. A baby. Anyway, son was born in March of 2018 and by March of 2020 I wanted a divorce. Our marriage just started feeling like we were roommates. Like we literally didn't have any intimacy. We didn't seem to have much in common anymore. Like we didn't even like listening to the same music.
Everyone seems to think marriage is all about happiness. Well, I'm here to tell you, that's not true. You are not always going to be happy. Instead of chasing happiness, chase peace. We got some people who get married hoping the other person should make them happy. You should already be happy before dating. Your happiness is your responsibility.
The more I do this divorce documentary, I think that women are evil when it comes to divorce.
Wholeheartedly.
I interviewed this guy. Oh my god, it was so sad. He literally showed me texts, like messages printed, because I make them bring in the document, because then people will say they're lying or whatever, so I make them bring in the actual like documents. She literally said to her friend, "I wish he would hit me," because she was trying to get him to hit her so she could take the kids and like bring that to court.
Wow.
Even though
that is
and
crazy.
she admitted to hitting him multiple times, and then she didn't let him see the kid for a year. And then she went to court, and guess who still got primary custody?
They did.
Of course.
Isn't that crazy?
That is absolutely insane. That's why it's so important to know the person you are with. But remember, you never really know a person until you're in a tough situation. This man's wife was evil. She really wanted that man to hit her so she can take away his kids and make his life more miserable.
For 10 years, I got married young. I was 21, barely, like 3 days, 21. Already had a baby. He was 8 weeks old at our wedding. And I remember feeling like my marriage was temporary from the beginning. Like that I wasn't gonna make it. And I didn't know what that feeling was. I just thought it was.
So let me get this straight. She was married for 10 years, strung this man along for 10 years, had children with this man, and knew from the beginning that she didn't want to marry him. Marriage is forever, and it's not temporary, and age is not an excuse in my opinion. But there's more to the story, so continue.
Fighting for me, I was pushing him away. But I never truly accepted happiness.
This woman said she never truly accepted happiness. But does she really understand what happiness is? I think in a marriage, accepting happiness is knowing sometimes you're not gonna be happy. And marriage isn't about happiness. It's a commitment you make to someone. And no matter what the hardship is, you're gonna work it out together.
I left the good guy. He looks at and is like, that's a dad. That's a husband. That's how it's supposed to be. He did the dishes. He cleaned the house. He took the kids to school. He worked all day. He made good money. He supported us. I mean, yeah, we had our problems, but he was the good guy. So I'm here to tell you, it's okay to leave the good guy.
And she says something about finding happiness and not being happy, but she doesn't realize is that a man isn't the one that's going to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. So she should have done a lot of self-work within the relationship, because you can be in a relationship while simultaneously working on yourself. And because she got married at 21, I'm sure she missed out on her hoe phase, and now she's going to be 31 as a single mom out having fun because she missed out on it, as if that's going to be acceptable going into her 40s. And basically, she goes on to say how a guy can be a good guy, but not the right guy. But here's my thought process. Okay, first of all, you knew that from the beginning and you're not upfront, or did you communicate that? You wasted 10 years of this man's life where he could have gone out and found someone who appreciated him. But additionally, now it's 10 years later. If she was 21, she's 31 now. So now she's a single mom at 31. And she's about to go on the dating scene and she thinks that's going to be better and that there's good guys still left out there. But this is also what I talk about on this page about these women. They ruin the good guys because now this man is going to go get his heart broken and never be the same ever again, all because she knew from the beginning and couldn't be upfront about it. Like, how sick and twisted do you have to be to make a man a placeholder and have children with him? And so many women in the comments right now are like, oh, this is exactly my situation. I've been married for 11 years and he's such a good guy. And, but he's not for me. Y'all need to stop listening to shitty advice on the internet like that and go into therapy and fight for your marriages and fight for the good men that are out there, because I can promise you that the dating scene is not any better. But not only that, this man is about to get all his shit wrecked when she already knew from the beginning that he wasn't the one. In divorce, he's about to lose half, and who knows his visitation. You know how a lot of women can be with the visitation of their children, and as soon as they're pissed, they give the silent treatment. There's so many things that could happen in divorce that, she didn't consider in the first place? Just despicable. Okay, bye.
This is most definitely going to affect the man negatively. Imagine putting 10 years into a marriage with a woman, just to find out you were being used the whole time. Not only is this going to affect his views on relationships, this is something that's going to stick with him forever. This might even cause his next marriage problems.
It was at a point where we weren't even in the same bed anymore. We were not okay.
I literally just got chills when you said that, because I've never, the worst part of being in a relationship for me was when you literally slept next to that person, but you felt miles and miles apart, and you're just like, I'm no longer connected to this person.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got chills.
It's the worst.
If the relationships gets like that, it just means you guys are not communicating your problems to each other. Or you see the signs and ignored it. And that's how it got to that point. People are not mind readers. You actually have to open your mouth and speak about what the issue is.
Greatest life lesson? Finding peace. So I was married for 16 years, got divorced, and my goal in life at that point was I want to find happiness. And someone told me that finding happiness is one thing, but God never promised us happiness. He promised us peace. And so if you find peace in everything, then happiness will come. So finding peace is definitely the greatest life lesson.
Finding peace should be your goal, whether you're in a marriage or not. For some people, it takes a long time to realize that happiness was never promised. It was always peace.
I'm a weight loss influencer and I lost 87 pounds and also happened to get divorced. So let's go way back to the beginning. I met my ex-husband in college my first semester in 2014. We got married May 1st of 2017. We were in college at Missouri State at the time, and he just grabbed my promise ring and asked me to marry him, and then a week later told me he wanted to join the Army. Which we had been dating for 3 years. I loved him. He was the love of my life. So I said, yes, love is all we need, right? So dropped out of college. I got my associates in general studies, but never finished my bachelor's at Missouri State, and went on to become an Army wife. And got it in my head that I needed a baby instantly, since I was leaving my family to go move somewhere in the country, which what was wrong with me? I was 21 years old and demanding a baby. Anyway, son was born in March of 2018, and by March of 2020 I wanted a divorce. Our marriage just started feeling like we were roommates. We literally didn't have any intimacy. We didn't seem to have much in common anymore. We didn't even listening to the same music. We didn't have fun together anymore. He had his own struggles with mental health during our whole relationship, and it started to rub off on me, which sounds so bad, but I tried to take care of his needs for so long. I would literally wrap this man up in blankets and give him baths and wash his whole body.
Wait, before she continues rambling on about her marriage, I just want to say, marriage is supposed to be forever, but unfortunately some people just aren't built for it. And keep in mind, this woman was young when she got married. To me, it seems like things were rushed a bit.
And hold him tight in Walmart. I did a lot of things for him. And then when I was struggling, where was he for me? I loved this man. I was literally obsessed with him. Letting our relationship get to like that roommate level is what really ruined it. And I tried telling him. He'd come home from work and just instantly sit in his recliner and be on his phone. And I said, hey, like, I need attention. I'm starting to be unhappy. Oh, okay. Weeks go by, nothing really changes. So I'm like, hey, I'm starting to like think about life without you. Like, it's getting worse. I need attention. Like, let's do something fun together. Still, like, nothing. Hey, I'm starting to imagine what life would be like with another man. Like, I'm falling out of love with you. We need to fix this.
Okay, I understand her wanting attention, but how is telling your husband, I'm starting to think about life without you supposed to make the situation better? Wasn't there anything else this woman could have done? Like reminding him why we got married in the first place? Or actually address the problem?
Still nothing. Or he would like do better for a week and then just go back to being lazy all the time. Around the same time too is when I started wanting to do better for myself and lose weight and find myself again. And I felt like he just has a very like low vibration personality and gets stressed out really easily. And I felt like every single day, like his negativity was bringing me down when I was trying so hard to like find my happiness again. Like I'd wake up ready to have a good day and his attitude instantly just like ruined it for me. And like back to the whole intimacy thing, I tried telling him like, hey, I Googled it. I said, we need to start planning this because apparently like the less you do it, the less you want it. The more you do it, the more you want it. So let's schedule it. He came home from work one day and I said, hey, can we do it later? Like, let's plan to do it. Oh, sure, maybe. Well, after dinner, he's using the bathroom and I'm folding laundry at the kitchen table and I got a book idea. So I bust into the bathroom because we're comfortable with each other like that to tell him my book idea, only to find him like this. Broke my heart. I cried so much. There were so many times I would just lay in our bed alone crying, feeling so unwanted, so unloved, just wanting to be touched, wanting to be wanted. Our relationship had other problems too, and of course I had my own like toxic energy I brought to the relationship, but I'm the one who asked for divorce, and like that is why I wanted it for the most part. Like I was tired of my feelings being hurt, tired of the grumpy attitude all the time, tired of the laziness, like not helping me do anything around the house, which I'm a stay-at-home wife, or I was a stay-at-home mom. But if I need help cleaning out a room upstairs, don't say like next weekend, then that weekend comes, next weekend, then that weekend comes. No, next weekend. Like, no, help a bitch out. Like, come on. My ex is a good man, and I hope he finds a woman that is on the same vibration as him, and I will welcome her into my heart with loving arms. I want my child to have a good stepmom. I want to have a good relationship with her, and I have a great relationship with my ex-husband. Okay, I say great. It's more so like brother and sister, that like love-hate relationship. Like we fight a lot, but if one of us ever needed something, like we know we could call each other.
No one should be in a marriage where the other person isn't fulfilling their part. Again, marriage are supposed to be forever, but only the ones that wants to stay forever works it out. But there's always two sides of the story. Subscribe.